this is what we are talking about today. Did you see the video with the mega supporters at the HBCU, Tennessee State University, causing chaos? Yes. Take a listen to the video.
Rated at HBCU.
Thank you, Easy Cut. What up, Caesar?
You called the East primitive for what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your
So these are the people at Tennessee. These are the students at Tennessee State University.
Showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something because.
All right. So they issued a statement. Said today a group of individuals unaffiliated with Tennessee State University appeared on campus without prior notice, in accordance with university policy, and demonstration or protest activities requires advance approval. And what up, X Squad? I'm so illiterate today. Illiterate. Damn, character name wrong. I got the name of the movie wrong, and I said that she was in Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? But anyway, campus police and staff responded promptly, and the individuals were escorted from the university grounds without incident. At all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. The safety and well-being of our students, facility, and staff remain our highest priority. TSU will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that the campus remains safe, welcoming, and an orderly environment for all members of our community. What up, Auntie? So, the question today is this race baiting? Because let's get into it. I'm about tired of this. Okay? Is this race baiting? Let's talk about it today. Let's have a conversation today. Is this race baiting? Because it's definitely giving like it's race baiting. I'm just saying. So, Auntie, we're talking about today. Mega debaters invaded Tennessee State University, causing chaos throughout the HBCU campus. They wanted to discuss immigration and making DEI illegal. Is this race baiting? Y'all quiet today. You know this is an interactive chat. We talk back to one another over here. But is this race baiting? Y'all quiet. Is it race baiting? Mega supporters. I'm trying to do my little Twitch caption. Invade Tennessee State University. Is this race baiting? Auntie said absolutely. Trying to get this up real quick. Invade Tennessee State. Is it race baiting? No, I definitely think it is. They like to say we was race baiting, Chad, with all the stuff that was going on with that man. I ain't even gonna call him by his name because I ain't even about to give him that type of energy. But yeah, they tried to say we was race baiting with all the last stuff because we lack remorse and empathy. But now you want to pop up at HBCUs? You lucky. You lucky. You lucky. That's all I'm going to say. You can come to the A. That's all I'm going to say. Because it might have been another situation. You had come to the AUC, okay? I ain't saying, but what I is saying is, okay, watch your back. Esquire says, is this one debate topics? Is this one of them debate topics? We can debate. If you don't feel like it's race baiting, we most absolutely can debate. 1985 said, is that what they do? Crash schools and debate? Or did they just do this to TSU? Right now, it's just Tennessee State University. They haven't, I think they're about to embark on a whole, hold on one second, y'all. Because I need to shrink this back to size. Because I need my stuff. And my computer acting funky. Mama said they wanted a violent confrontation. Didn't get it. Auntie said, no, they wanted something to jump off. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't think they went there to debate. I think they went there hoping that it would go down. So that way it could, because they already got their panties in a bunch. I said what I said. They already got their panties in a bunch because that man. Let's keep it a bean. They already got their stuff in a bunch because of that man. I don't know what is going on with my Streamlab thing. I'm gonna have to fix this later. I tell you, every day is always something in my life. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to. Oh boy. Let me see, y'all. This is what happens when you like not technically like. But I need to see my. So anyway, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this to fit my screen without me losing everything else. I don't understand. Anyway, Mama said, to you, 1985. They went there with "Make America Great" signs again and Trump propaganda. I just think, what up, Joey Cakes? I just think they went there with intent to cause trouble. I really do. I think they went there to start something, hoping something would start, so then they could go back and tell, whoever. Because right now, if you don't believe it, we are still at high alert. People are still on edge about that man that just passed away. Who they, by the way, want to put on the silver dollar, but okay then. That's their Messiah child. 1985 said, oh, they had the mega merch on. Yeah. I wish I could show you guys these videos. S-Squad said, we are in Tennessee. Are you in Tennessee? Are you near Tennessee State? I'm just asking because I just want to know. Are you near Tennessee State? And then, hold on. I apologize. Got, Joey Cakes, you know me. I'm trying to do this so I can, let me just do this, y'all. So I can expand my Streamlabs so I can be fully streaming because I can't see what is going on. There we go. I think I might be good now. Did I end it? I hope I didn't. But I can't see. Anyway, I'll worry about it later. So we're talking about today. Hold on. We're talking about today, mega debaters invade Tennessee State University, causing chaos throughout the HBC campus, wanting to discuss immigration and making DEI illegal. Again, take a listen to what went down on the campus. Okay, now the video doesn't want to play. What is going on here today? What do you? I have no luck.
HBCU.
Yeah, they had to make America Great hats on. They did.
You called the East primitive for what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your You guys didn't make shit. You guys touched children.
Auntie, they done pissed you off, huh, Auntie?
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, penalty or something because
Sending them off.
Okay. I'm trying to see. So, all right. So this is them at Tennessee State, and this happened yesterday. So yesterday at Tennessee State University, mega supporter groups, the Fearless, they're calling themselves the Fearless Tour, arrived on the HBCU's campus looking to debate with students about DEI and immigration. TFT, who allegedly did not have permission to be on campus, came with signs saying DEI should be illegal and that immigrants deserve to be deported. This obviously got a stark reaction from students who quickly began to protest against the TFT being on campus. So in a viral video posted by a student at TSU, the college student body can be seen yelling at TFT, telling them that they're racist and were not welcomed on the campus. What up, Pat? Auntie said I seen that because it came across my feed. Auntie said they wanted an excuse, but if we had given it, it would have been a mess. They want a civil war. Uh, Mama said to you, it was definitely to start some trouble. 1985, I think I read that already. Mama said they fought them with knowledge instead of fists. Good job for them. S Squad said they want war in these cities, so Trump can never be moved from president. 1985 said, I think it's race baiting for now, but if they go to more schools, HBCU and PWIs, and do the same thing, then it's not race baiting. Okay, why do you feel like it's not race baiting if they go to more schools? I absolutely feel like it's race baiting if they continue with this propaganda. It's race baiting. What is this? What is the name of their thing? Okay, they didn't name it anything raceless, but the Fearless Tour. What Martin say in that episode? Punks jump up. Baby, that ain't what you want. You go to the wrong HBCU. And yes, they trespassed it. Auntie said, Joey Cake said, they're fighting against themselves and they're trying to make it out. Yeah, they're trying to take it out on us. That's the part I'm a little confused with, especially when it comes to this whole situation with oh boy. Because I'm like, well, what did black people do that was so bad? Y'all are pointing a finger at everybody else besides the person who did the shit. And he's sitting up in jail. I don't hear none of y'all talking about this man who did it. Y'all don't say nothing about him. But yet, you have all the energy in the world towards black folks like we did it. We didn't do shit to y'all. Pat said 1988, Pat, welcome. 1985 said, oh, they didn't have permission. Yeah, that's race baiting for sure. No, they didn't have permission to be on there. Mama said, they say people need to stop. Put Trump is the one posting hateful stuff every day. Mama said to you, 1985, why would they go there in the first place is the real question. And 1985 said, that's the thing too right now. That's the thing too right now, too viral. Go to colleges and debate. It's always been a thing, but it's huge now. But it seems like race baiting. I mean, why all of a sudden now you want to pull up on HBCUs? I'm just curious. Because I have a question. The Fearless Tour. I would welcome y'all to come on my podcast. I would love to talk to y'all. But I want to know why. All of a sudden, this happens. Been happening the last couple of weeks. Y'all want to pull up on HBCUs. Why? What up, Rashad? Auntie said, right, because we minding our business. Mama said all of the violence has been YT since Trump took office. Rashad, we're talking about, okay, you're coming on here so I can explain it to you. I got my people on IG already, but Twitch, I know. I'm trying to get y'all, Twitch. Been late to the party, so that's my fault. Whatever. Rashad, how are you today?
Hey, what's going on?
We are talking about the mega debaters that pulled up to Tennessee State University. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So is race baiting going on right about now? Because it seems like it. It sure does feel like that race baiting is the thing going on. But I played the audio so y'all can hear the audio.
You called the East primitive. For what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your race.
Okay. All right. So given those facts, Rashad, what do you think?
I think that's nothing new. It's what they've always done. So why are we surprised?
I mean, not that we're surprised, but now the race baiting is at an all-time. I feel like it's at an all-time high.
But this is what they do, and we knew that with him in the office that they were going to get more aggressive. I mean, they're just doing what we know that they do. So at the end of the day, we're not stopping them. So What else can we? I mean, they're going to do it. It's going to get worse.
Oh yeah, I
So,
already figured that.
so the question is, okay, what do we do?
Mama said, okay, go, but why with Trump propaganda? 1985 said, I would like to see HBCUs get involved in those conversations, honestly, but the way they did this was sloppy and race baiting.
Yeah,
Um,
the school told them that they couldn't come, and they came anyway.
um, Mama said 1985, they would be kicked off any campus. Oh, let them have one to Harvard. The black folks wouldn't even made it past the gate. Let them went to Cornell University. You wouldn't have made it past that gate. I promise you. Okay? Top flight security. But I don't know how they made it, you know. I feel like Rashad, they thought, okay, we're going to pull up here and we're going to get these black people to respond. And when they respond, then we're going to get exactly what we want from them.
100%. That exactly what they wanted, and we
Which
played right into their hands. That's my point. We're
believe
too
they want to go to
emotional.
war. I believe they want to go to war. I believe some of them, not all of them, some of them. I believe they want to go to war.
I've been saying that. That's nothing new. They're just trying to get the government to lead the charge, and the way they do that is by going into our environments and getting us to act stupid, which is kind of what they just did.
Yeah, Mama said the police who were black were helping them set up. Really? I didn't see the
I don't know
video.
about that.
Yeah, I didn't see that part of the video, Mama. You have to send that to me. Joey Cake said Rashad, but they're focusing on HBCUs. It's baiting because if one of them gets hurt, it will be open season on black students.
I didn't disagree with that. You're correct. Of course, it's great, baby.
1985 said, yeah, the way they did this was bad. I've seen people crash PWIs and debate the same topics, but they had to get clearance first. Auntie said, I would love her. What's their name again? Any one of y'all first? What are y'all? The Fearless Store. Any one of y'all that want to hop on here and let's have a conversation, please. I'm willing. Let's do it. I'm open. Since you want to go around the HBCUs, come to a black platform. Come do it. I love it. Auntie said they're trying to do debates like that person called himself doing. Mama said, I don't think they acted badly. You don't think who acted badly? The police?
No, she's talking about the students. I mean, at the end of the day, the students only did what the white people do when black people were crashing all of the Trump rallies, right? But the only difference is we don't get upset. When we saw them pulling that black dude out of the Trump rally and that old white man hit him and the police tackled him, we didn't get upset. We didn't get angry. When we saw all of those old white men pushing on the heavyset black girl when she was, protesting at a MAGA rally, we didn't get angry. We don't do anything. We don't do anything. All we do is complain. We don't do anything. And that is the reason why we're in danger more for the lack of what we do, more so than the efforts that they do. Because they do it and we don't do anything. So we are not our ancestors.
Auntie said, but they didn't. There was no physical action taken by the students. No, they didn't do anything. They did what they were supposed to do.
So check this out. All of that, the students didn't do anything, but the students are being vilified more than the MAGA crowds that were actually pushing and shoving and hitting. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how violent the MAGA rallies are. Nobody talks about it.
No, I didn't know that these students are now being villainized.
Well, in their communities, in the MAGA communities, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I heard that already. Auntie said, so how do they play into their hands?
Very easily. The same way that white people incite violence in us all the time. They will go to a sports event, sit next to a black person, get mad at him, and call him a nigga because they know the black person is going to hit them. And then they play victim. It's what they always do.
And these people was playing victim yesterday when they
Yep,
got kicked.
yeah, that was the point. Yeah, that's the point.
What up, Corey? Mama said I sent you the video of police helping them. Did you send it to my send it to me on email? Auntie said, what's your suggestion then, Rashad? What should we be doing?
If you're upset, write, complain, call, argue off of social media, and go talk to the police departments of these areas. You said the black police officers helped them out. Well, call the police station. Do something. If you want to be heard by the right people.
Well, I'm sorry. I got some new folks on here. We are talking about, for my new folks, is it race baiting? That's the question today. Is it race baiting? Mega debaters invade Tennessee State University, causing chaos throughout the HBCU, wanting to discuss immigration and making DEI illegal. Mama said, but there was no violence. Joey Cake said, Rashad, that's called beer muscles. Alcohol makes them forget they can't fight.
That's a misunderstanding. That's a misconception. They know they can't fight. They know they can't fight.
Guns.
Have you ever noticed that when they go to fights, they'll stand there and just stand in the person's face until they get hit?
They ain't fighting. They're not trying to fight. What they trying to do is incite a war, a civil war. Which, again, I tell you, they start training their kids. Because why you think that boy got up on that roof? Been training probably since he was yay high. They trained them out the womb. Okay, they've been getting them ready since birth.
So what are we training our kids to do?
I don't know, Rashad. What are you training your kids to do?
Oh, I've definitely stepped mine up.
Have you got them in that backyard, or have you taken them hunting?
So we're working on growing food right now.
Okay. But what about defense? Defending themselves. You get into that part?
We are working on growing food right now.
Okay, but I'm asking about after the food part. What's that?
DD, listen to what I'm not saying.
Oh,
we are
okay.
working on
I got you.
Yeah.
Speaking of code. Well, next time you speak of code, can you turn your face to the camera so you could give me the code? Thank you.
I'm not speaking in code. We are teaching our kids how to grow food.
I got you. Code. Auntie said I have written and called those in my district and get the standard reply. So I will keep writing and calling. Joey Cake said, and at Bills games, they get their wish. LOL. Super Pat, do you know what we're talking about today? We're talking about the mega debaters that hit up Tennessee State University yesterday. So the question today is it race baiting? Rashad said, of course it is race baiting. Let's play this clip that Mama sent me of the police. What? This is Amanda. Here we go.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
Oh, there were black police officers.
I thought they were helping them break down. I don't think they were helping them put it up.
Oh.
Y'all didn't do anything. You guys didn't think. You guys touch children.
You touch children. Wait a minute now. Okay, now I think it's like what Rashad said. I think they were helping them break the stuff down. I don't think they were helping them set that up, Mama. So yeah, I think Miss Amanda Seals got that misconstrued. Cause yeah, I don't think they were helping out. But I could say I'm proud of the way the students did handle it. Because, like Auntie said, had this escalated, it could have went a whole nother different direction. And then what? And then I think it goes back to what you say, Rashad. I don't think Black people are mad enough. So
Yeah.
you were dealing with a racist yesterday. They're not on social media. How did they find you? You okay, Rashad?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Because you was big mad yesterday.
I'm getting,
Huh?
I'm getting to a point where I'm beginning to say less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll speak for you. Rashad had a race baiter.
Mm-hmm.
You want me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's keep moving.
I mean, it kind of does tie into the conversation.
Mm-hmm. So the one thing that I got to remind you is that we're going to have to start being careful on what is stated when you're being recorded,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so the fact that you record all of these means that I am having to adjust my direction and my method. So that's all. But
Gotcha.
definitely race baiting. Definitely race baiting. 100%.
Mama
But
said
that's
the video shows it. It doesn't show the police putting. It looked like the police was helping them put the stuff up so they could go. Let me look at this video again because I don't know what you're looking at, Mama. Let me go back and look because I'm like, I need to see this again,
These
Mama. I
MAGA
wish I
folks
could show
running up
y'all the
on their
video.
campus at TSU.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
You called the East primitive. For what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your You guys didn't think. You guys touch children. You guys fuck.
Showing them the door.
Wrap it down. Genesis. We walking them to the door. Get the step. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know.
Again, Mama, I don't see where the police is helping them. Again, maybe I'm missing something because I see where the police are standing there, and it looks like they're putting stuff on the table. But I think maybe the police came. Y'all can't be here, so yeah, I don't know about that.
so to 1985, to the message that he's putting on here. I wish they would have gotten clearance and did it the right way, because I'd be interested to see these debates in an HBCU environment. You have to understand that you can't come to an HBCU environment with an inflammatory type of topic. You can't do that, because that is going to incite the crowd. And then what their message is going to be is, oh, I was just trying to have a civil conversation, but they're animals. They're animals. But they know that there are certain topics that we can't handle, especially our youth, the youth that has been absolved from responsibility of controlling their emotions. You can't do that. And so, no, you don't go to an HBCU to discuss that topic. You go to an organization that is a part of the HBCU. You go to the student government. You go to maybe whatever the black political group is on campus, things like that. And that's still, a lot. But you don't go to the campus. You have to take that off the campus and allow people that want to be a part of that debate to come be a part of it. You just can't go to the area where everyone has access to be there, because everyone is not going to be able to control their emotions. And you can say that's a fault of ours or not, but unfortunately, that's where this country has us. That's the same way we get arrested when Caucasians start these types of debates and arguments. It's like, yeah, Martin Luther King wasn't shit, and then of course that's going to get us all riled up. And then we say something back and we start cussing them out, and then they just call us the N word. And then that's when we start beating them up, and so there's the challenge. There's the challenge. I believe you have to find a different type of location for this type of conversation, because if not, there's going to be an influx of individuals that are not able to control their emotions, and then it makes us look like, animals.
Well, I want to read what 1985 said. He said, "I hear you, Rashad, but I'm saying it's because it's happening on other campuses every day. Why would we be excluded?"
I just answered that. It's happening on the other campuses because they don't have emotions tied to this topic. Everybody keeps saying, well, if Black people say the N word to each other, well, why should they get mad if I say it? Well, the intent is different. If another Black person says it, regardless of if it's disrespectful or not, it's not coming from that different level of disrespect that the country was built on. That is a different level of anger, hurt, and pain. We have unresolved issues within us that no one is addressing. And we try to vilify people for having reactions from triggers. Some of us are triggered differently. Some of us, the more educated of us, we're able to manage our triggers a little bit better. But there are some out there that are not as educated, or they're not in environments where healthy conversation is conducted. What is the expectation from them? How can you expect them to address an emotional topic in a rational way when there's no rational conversation that happens in the environments that they're in?
Pretty Lucky Forest says, you go to the university, you have the debate team to debate these individuals, but no, these types of debates are setups and ambushes. Pretty Lucky Forest said, I don't want to say it. CK debates that became popular are based on ambushes to people making emotional arguments. Go watch the debate when it was organized with Kirk and Oxford students, and Kirk was humiliated. 1985 said, nah, they definitely have emotions in these topics. College students are super liberal, so topics like DEI gets hella emotional responses on other campuses.
Hold on real quick about that. When you talk about those white liberals, once again, their emotion is not coming from the same place that our emotion is, right? The bulk of their emotion comes from the LGBTQ community being marginalized, right? Number one, that in comparison to the scars that we have, not trying to compare, but that's nowhere on the same level. We have generations and generations and centuries of scars. You can't compare that to them. Yeah, they get angry, I understand, but they're not willing to kill somebody over a topic about the LGBTQ community because of the fact that marginalization. Yes, there have been some deaths that have occurred, but what we are talking about is on a completely different level. And that is the set of daily scars that we walk around with on a daily basis. They cherry pick that stuff. We can't cherry pick. We can't. They can walk into the room and no one can know that they are part of that community. So if they choose not to be a part of that community in this environment, they can take that hat off. We can't take our hat off. Two different things.
Hold on. He said that's actually what CK did. He went to colleges and debated liberal college students on conservative values like eliminating DEI, etc.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
He said, I agree when it comes to our age group, but an 18-year-old Black kid that grew up in mixed neighborhoods and went to mixed schools won't have those same scars, right?
Well, we're talking about a small demographic, right? Mm-hmm. When you look at those kids at the campus, how many of them look like that particular student that you just mentioned? Very few.
Well, I'm willing to have whatever they're calling themselves. Please, come. I would love. Let's chat. Let's debate. Let's debate on immigration. Let's debate on DEI. You ain't got to pull up at no HBCU. Come to the podcast. We would love it. But my question is, if we do have these debates with these people, I mean, what is it going to accomplish, though?
So let's be honest, right? They're pretending that these debates are going to yield, yield healthy benefits. But when you look at Charlie, and when you look at when he went to one of these liberal schools and he got owned by, I think it was a Chinese or a Korean student, what did he do? He called him a chink and he jumped up down there off the stage and started yelling and fussing at him. That's a facade. And that's the thing that I don't understand. We fall for the smoke and mirrors as opposed to looking at the substance of who the person is. That's what all the Caucasians are talking about. No, look at the Christian values and look at the other things. That was not his substance. He has not once talked about the love of Jesus if you can find that. He talks about we should be able to forgive, but that is only in reference to the people that don't agree with his message. Who has he forgiven? Who has he said, I forgive the Muslims. I forgive the illegal immigrants. I forgive the people in Gaza. He hasn't forgiven anybody. Don't preach a message that you can't emulate.
So hold on, because Pretty Lucky Four said, yeah, I think we are missing the point. At the end of the day, the issue is ambush arguments where the ambusher controls the narrative and how it is presented to the public versus controlled debates. 1985 said, so let me ask you this, Rashad. What do we do with these scars? How do we get rid of them so we can play on or even be in an even playing field?
I have been preaching this message since I've been on this platform. We have to go get professional help. What do you mean how? You know how to heal. You go and get help. That is the bottom line. I even have a strategy, to be honest. Let me talk y'all through the strategy. So hopefully maybe in one of your communities, you'll be able to make this work. Everybody talks about how do we heal the next generation of kids. I'm gonna tell you how we heal. All of these people that are funding these organizations, right? I don't know how many mental health organizations are being funded out there. But if we start taking some of this money that we're, giving to the sports, the sports groups and take some of the money that we're, giving to the STEM and all that other stuff and put it on mental health. Let's say we donate, get $1 million donated. With $1 million donated, what you can do, you can pick certain schools in the inner city, right? Or in the low income areas. With those schools, you take that money and you pay it to professional counselors You pay it to professional counselors. And then you have professional counselors get access to students for the entire year.
Mm.
You pick the most troubled students. You pick the students that are in the worst situations, and
Mm.
you give them a psychologist. You give them a counselor, someone that can help them walk through all of their issues for an entire year. With $1 million, you can probably reach about 3 or 4 high schools doing that with just $1 million.
Mm.
Think about if that was emulated, right? Let's say it worked for the first year. The next year we get 5 million. Think about how many schools in an area can be affected. Where you have students, as all of these crazy things happen in the world, you have professionals that are able to talk to them on a weekly basis, asking them how this is affecting them, asking them, how are you being bullied? Talk to me about that. Are you not being treated right at home? Talk to me about that. Giving them an ear, giving them someone to listen, giving them someone that's trained to help them to cope with their issues and their challenges. I guarantee that is how you start the next generation of healing. But you have to invest in it. So, to answer your question, 1985, how do we heal? We go get our people professional help instead of talking about it. Because all of our scholars, like you and myself, we all know the right answer, but that ain't what we got our degrees in. So let's put our people in front of the folks that have the degrees.
Period. What up, OT baby? Sorry for my folks that just joined. We're talking about the mega supporters that popped up on the HBCU campus, Tennessee State, yesterday. The question today is it race baiting? Is that what's going on right about now? Mama said tonight, well, you've seen it, 1985. She said you're gonna have to pick a side. Sounds like you're straddling the fence. And 1985 said, what side? What do you mean? And 1985 said, I like that theory, Rashad. So
Here's the thing. I'm waiting for somebody to poke a hole in it. And so that's what I'm working on out here. But I'll put that out to you because I don't need to be the only person attempting to make that happen. Look, Didi, you have a platform. You have people. You have access. If you go out and you say, hey, I want Black History Month is coming up. You can say in Black History Month, I want to identify 20 Black mental health professionals. Identify them, get them all together, come up with a strategy on how to reach out to our people. The solution is in the Black mental health professionals. That's what a solution is because they're the ones that can help with the root cause. Everything else is just putting a Band-Aid on everything, but we don't go back to what the true issues are. So, yeah, that's how we fit.
Mama said 1985. You're saying we need to go here, go there, have conversations and debates. They're not interested in what Black people have to say.
That's been proven.
That's why I don't know why they're popping up on these campuses.
And let's be honest. Let's also be honest. Their goal when they do this race baiting, their goal is to get those Black people or the Black empathizers that are straddling the fence. And so what they try to do is they go and allow themselves to be seen as being attacked. And then people just like, see, that's why I can't get with the Democrats because they just too emotional. You know, they were trying to come and have a civil conversation, and that's why I'm leaning towards them. It's the oldest trick in the book, man, and the fact that we still falling for it is ridiculous.
Well, you do got some folks that is like 1985 that is on that fence, though. No disrespect, 1985, but there are some of you out there that like to teeter. And my thing about it is like when it comes down to whose side you finna be on. I ain't trying to make you pick no side, but I'm, I'm telling you, whose side is you gonna be on is the question. Because I mean, like he said, they gonna try to get you to come to their team. They gonna try to recruit you, and then what? They gonna get you, and then what? I don't know if you, because I didn't watch, but I happened to scroll past and see the memorial thing that was happening with CK, and there was a black man out there. And guess what
Yeah,
CNN did? Interviewed the black man.
of course.
Like, oh, hey, what you doing out here? And
Of
he
course.
was going into, he agreed with him and his message, and he wasn't a bad person, and I'm sure he wasn't a bad person. Um, but
But we have
Lord,
to identify what that actually means, right? When everybody says he was a bad person, he wasn't a bad person. What is your definition of bad?
I don't know. We always get into this,
That's
and with a
that's my
good woman.
thing. Don't tell me he's not a bad person when he's calling people racial slurs
Well,
on camera. That sounds like a bad person to me. I don't care how frequently you're in church praying. If you beating on your wife 5 days a week,
that don't make
does
you a
that
good
make
person. Amen to that, brother Rashad. Amen to that.
look, man?
Um, I'm just, because, but yeah, there was a black man at CK's thing, and he was saying how he, didn't feel he was a bad person, and how he agreed with some of his things. And I was like, it would take one old tell it on the mountain, Clarence Thomas, to be out there. I'm just saying, old tell it on the mountain, Clarence Thomas says, to be out there, chucking and jiving. All he was doing, he dance. I said, oh my goodness. To each his own now. And this again is the problem what I have with our folks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to pick. Some of y'all gonna have to pick a side. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna have to pick a side because, like, they already chosen. Just know, and you ain't it. Tag you ain't it. Um, Mama said, or 1985 said to you, Mama, yeah, we do need to participate in those convos. We need to be able to go toe to toe intellectually in these arenas. That's what I'm saying. If you take the words of the infamous Jasmine Crockett, let me not say that because I don't want to be equated to that man. I won't even downplay their skill. Okay, attributes or abilities. I won't do what he did. Anyway, um, Mama said, Amen, Rashad. 1985 said, what fence? Why is wanting to go toe to toe with them considered straddling the fence? He said, I'm about healing and moving forward and competing in the open market. I'm for Black people being able to do the diversity of our culture, diversify our culture.
So, here,
Um, go ahead. Go ahead.
so let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you, you're saying you're about healing, but you know that debating those people, they are going to be spewing dangerous rhetoric. And they cannot justify the logic behind why they continue to think marginalizing people's rights is right. They're not there to listen because whenever they get owned, they get angry. They're only there to try to change your mind. They're not there to have their minds changed.
And then they
That's
want
the
to
reason.
insult you when you
That's the
when you
reason
are
why it's not
smarter than them.
beneficial.
Yeah, and then they want to insult you when you're smarter than them. Look at what's that woman name who just called Jasmine Crockett a ghetto?
Lori, oh man, that bitch is crazy. That bitch is
Girl,
crazy. She's dangerous. She is dangerous.
I
100%.
I said, who is this trick?
But once again, we're not angry enough.
But you call Jasmine Crockett ghetto, and baby, she could go toe to toe with the best of them. Okay, but she's still labeled as ghetto. So ain't no appeasing them. Even if you do have an intellectual conversation, they are somehow going to spin it
Well, it's not somehow. They're the hidden definition of ghetto means black, just
Right.
like the hidden definition of thug means black. So how do you call her ghetto? Well, to them, ghetto means black.
Now, should I go? No. Should I go around and blame the black men for that label that was placed on black women? I'm not gonna
What,
do that today. I'm not gonna do that today.
ghetto?
There are black. I've heard black men call black women ghetto black bitches before. I heard that. She just left
Yeah,
out
but
with the
you
ghetto
also hear
black
black
bitch.
women say you also hear black women say it too. So I mean,
Yeah, but
so
I
what?
feel like a lot of the stuff that these races of other people take on, the rhetoric, the language, they hear it comes from us. So
Well, but
that's why I get
it
so
comes from both of us. It just don't come from black
no no no
men.
no. I I didn't say black men, or I said it comes from us, meaning men and
No, okay,
yeah, meaning it comes from us, men and women.
agreed.
Okay,
They listen to our arguments.
thank you.
Yeah,
And then they take it and they use it against us.
which is why we're not supposed to be posting all of this stuff on social media. But the most popular type of fighting on the internet is black women. That's why everyone thinks that black women are out of control and are animals. Because if you go and you look up girl fights, you're going to see more black women scrapping than anything else. And our scrapping is much more emotional and passionate than the white girls. The white girls can throw 3 or 4 punches, fall on the ground, get up, cuss each other out, and walk off. We don't do that. We have to be pulled off of each other.
I just said exactly, Rashad. Stop posting that crap.
Yeah.
All right, 1985. Go ahead, because I know you want to. Oh, let me tell the folks what we're talking about. All right, so a bunch of, I won't say a bunch, two MAGA supporters showed up to Tennessee State University yesterday, wanting to debate immigration and getting rid of DEI. Race baiting or no? All right, got you opening your tea. 1985. Cling cling. Go ahead.
The Finster.
Yeah, cling cling.
No, man. So like I'm saying, to address what I guess what we was talking about earlier about the whole straddling the fence thing. The crazy thing about that is like I guess the way I look at it is I'm probably so much on our side of the fence that it's crazy to hear somebody say what side you on, right? Because
Not showing. Not you.
this
Go.
the side is like I'm talking about, like I said,
Oh,
moving
okay.
forward. Oh, you can't. Oh, it's
No, no,
not.
no. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good? No, I'm saying because I'm talking about competing on the open market, like going forth and diversifying our culture. Um, so that we are in these arenas having these conversations and being respected and not because I don't like being on the side of like what Rashad was talking about earlier, like what are you gonna do, just complain, just complain, just complain, what are you gonna do? I don't want to be on that side of things. I want to be on the side of things of like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Like we're diversifying the culture, bringing in new cultural norms, bringing in situations, getting rid of some of the like the emotional healing that we need, like going through that so that we can compete like every other citizen versus feeling like, oh, we can't go there. They don't want to hear us. We don't want to go there. They don't want us there. We don't. It's like you gotta go. You gotta go there. Like that's what you gotta do. We don't because otherwise we just exist in an echo chamber of each other and we just complain together and be mad together. And then the crazy thing is we don't even stick together that well in the first place. So what good is that level of segregation gonna do us? It's not gonna do us any good. We gotta get out there and compete. That's all I'm saying. I'm not choosing you because here's the thing: if I was embodying hella like black or tip like what they whatever black stereotypes. If I was embodying those stereotypes and if I was on some Umar Johnson shit, nobody would question what side of the fence I'm on. You know what I'm saying? But people like that actually benefit and profit off of race baiting their own people. So what I'm saying is let's move forward and compete. I'm for
They
black
don't want
people.
you
I
to
like
compete
that.
though. They don't want you to compete clean. I
But
hear what you're saying.
here's the thing. They can't stop you from competing. They
They've
can't.
been stopping us.
They let me tell you something. Nobody stopped me from competing.
You're
So
one
let's
person. Go ahead. Go
But
ahead,
no,
Rashad.
but what I am could be. So let me tell you, when I got on into the tech industry and what I did. Do you know how many people, how many of my homeboys I tried to put on? You know what they were saying? Man, I ain't about to be replying to no emails for these white people. I ain't about to be babysitting it up. And I'm
well,
like,
okay. First
bruh,
of
do you
all,
want to make 150K a year and change your family's the course of your family's life, or do you want to? I don't want to like. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's get out here and compete, man. Let's
so
go forward.
so let's look at it this way. You were talking about unmotivated individuals. I don't have any room or excuses for anybody in that particular situation, right? So to your point, I get it. If those are the people you're talking about, 100%. However, the people that I'm talking about, when you say no one's stopping us from competing, I'm talking about the business owner that has properties in Venezuela, that has properties in Houston, that has properties in California, that comes out to Dallas to start a strip mall and to get funding from a bank that takes him into the back and shows him all of their Confederate flag memorabilia before he tells him to get out. That is the type of systemic roadblock that I'm talking about that prevents us from competing. I'm not talking about Pookie and Ray Ray.
Okay.
We when it comes to them, they have to heal here first before they will
And,
ever be able to
and look,
compete.
I
And you
think
better
I
ask some of these black farmers too, who are out here, who are damn
100%.
near bankrupt now.
100%.
You talking
no,
about we ain't trying to compete? Yes, we is. They
no,
ain't
no, no,
making it
no, no.
easier for
I
us.
didn't. No, I didn't say we not trying to compete. But what I'm saying is, you get out, you get into these situations. Like, okay, for instance, I ran into roadblocks myself. You know what I'm saying? Like getting into the game. And I moved over here. Oh, y'all on that? Okay, bet. I'm over here. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Okay, y'all on that. But when you put yourself, it's almost like you don't know how good you are unless you get in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you
You
don't
can be
know.
as good as you
You know
want
what I'm
to. I
saying?
promise you. I've been in corporate.
No,
I
and then
promise you,
look,
you
we
could be
we
the top notch of the top notch. If I don't want to hire a black woman, I ain't got to. Because guess what? I'm gonna hire this YT boy who may not know just as much as her because he YT. I'm not because I don't want to deal with Keisha because Keisha might be ghetto. Keisha might have an attitude. So you tell me where the playing field is equal,
you know
and I
what's
can have a
crazy?
Harvard education.
You know what's crazy, and I'm gonna be real with you, and that's why I say that's what a couple of streams ago, the stream it was like it was glitching or whatever, but me and Got You Open ENT was getting to that point where we was saying like now more than ever this is the age of my like as far as like minorities, and what I mean is
I don't believe it.
in
Now,
my industry, there's a lot of Keishas like that's there. I don't now. You can say that hey, they're qualified just like anybody else, but you can also say that they're these companies like I guess according to DI and like whatever, they had quotas to meet. They had to diversify. They were put under pressure to diversify staffing and to diversify employment. So it now more than ever you can get on because they want to diversify. They want to hire you because they're feeling pressure from the administration. Well, maybe not this current administration, but they was feeling pressures from the administration to diversify.
So let's
not no
talk
more
about
because go ahead, Rashad. Go
let's
ahead.
talk about these Keishas and everybody that people love to say have come and take over because of all of this DEI, right?
Mhm.
We don't talk about these lazy white folks
Woo!
that sleep and work.
Back,
The
Oh,
Keishas don't
facts,
sleep and work.
facts,
The
facts.
Keishas are
back.
Nah,
the Keishas are they may be a little abrasive because of their style of communication, but you have some flat out unqualified, lazy Caucasians that I'll put it
facts.
this way. For the company that I work for, there was somebody that does not look like me that came to work drunk every day. We reported him. They took him to HR. They did not fire him. They sent him to another group and he got a promotion. Those are the stories that nobody wants to talk about. You can talk DEI all day, but that privilege is much worse than any DEI equity hire. 100%.
No, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. You can be just like that white boy that's lazy and sleeping.
No,
You
you
can be.
can't.
You
You
can.
can't be like him.
I work with them.
You cannot be. You cannot be that. I promise you. I had a white boy that worked, a YT man that I worked with just recently. Go up in his studio. What he doing? Napping. Nothing. You know why? Because he can get away with that shit.
Let me tell you.
Let them walk into my studio and I'm napping.
Let me tell you. Some years ago, in my more immature years, I was coming to work smelling like trees every day. I was late. I was not doing my job half the time. I was smoking on my lunch breaks in the car. I didn't get fired. People was complaining that me and the dudes I was running with wasn't getting chastised. Like, what I'm saying is, I was in there though. Like, you get in there. Get the hard, like they say, 80% of the battle is like showing up, right? Like, you gotta get in there, put yourself in these positions. Like, we talking about the HBCU. The reason why I said I want to see us participate in these conversations more is because I don't want us to have the label of, oh, you can't go there because they gon', you know what I'm saying? I don't want that label. I want the label, I want that level of respect to where you got Michigan State, Syracuse, Spelman. It's in the same conversation. I don't want
But,
to be exonerated. You know what I'm saying? I want
but,
us in those arenas.
but once again, you have to remember when they come to our areas, they do not come to listen.
Nope.
They only come to talk at us.
Racist.
And that is not here's the deal. The communication style that they utilize for those types of conversations, they don't work on HBCUs. They don't work. They come in accusatory. They come in speaking, speaking dialect that we don't respond well to, right? You can't use that same language and the same type of verbiage that you use in those white liberal schools. You can't use that same stuff when it comes to us because these sets of words don't inflame them the same way.
Yeah.
There are different trigger points.
Yeah.
And when you touch our trigger points are deeper. They're much deeper. There's much more pain. There's much more pain. We have pain of ancestors that we're not even tied to, that we don't even realize.
He's
When
right.
we hear someone use that N word, there is something that there's a pain that comes from the diaphragm.
Yeah.
And
I
so
agree.
my point is, we could talk about, we don't go here, we don't go there. We should be able to, 100%. We should be able to, but you have to remember, we can't go to everybody and talk because everybody is not trying to have a genuine conversation. There are some people that are really trying to bait us into getting angry, and then they smile, and then they point, and then they say, see, that's why we can't bring them here.
And
All of
Mama
these types of things. So we got to hold them accountable as well. Just like you want our people to be able to go, I want you to learn how to speak to us.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
message nobody's talking about.
That's a good point, Rashad. Hold on, let me read these comments and then I got you clean. Mama said, you're trying to talk logic when there's nothing to talk when there is none talk to your own people first. He didn't even hear anything the man said. My auntie said exactly, Rashad, stop posting that crap. Tizzle said, they not animals talking about black women, but they definitely brainwash to hood-ish and act like savages. They aren't. Tizzle said, definitely race baiting. They weren't there to be civil. They went to uh insinuate, or what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea what
Anyway,
you're saying.
antagonize some violence, or incite.
Insight.
Yeah, violence. Auntie said they want us compete. They don't want us competing. They don't want us doing anything. They don't want that. And Mama said, the way you talk, I think you make excuses for the behavior. You were one of the people who said you agree with some of the things CK said. You be agreeing with some of Trump's actions.
Well,
Um,
but before you go forward, just understand there is nothing wrong with being in agreement that someone that someone you normally don't agree with. There's common ground in every
And
conversation.
everything. That don't mean I'm
And the only
supporting
point
this
that
person. That
95 is
just mean
saying
we
is that
agree on something.
we need to come together on those elements that we agree with. And I understand that. The only point that I'm making is that for every one thing that you agree with, there are 10 things that you don't agree with. And out of those 10 things, 5 of those things are disrespectful to you specifically. And so my thing, like I said, you have to learn how to communicate. And I'm talking to them. And the reason why I say that, yeah, the world ain't gonna always come to you the way that it want to. You know why? Because we're not making the world come to us with respect. You
that
will
part.
tell every black person figure out how to go play that game. But you won't
Got
say that
to.
to any white people when they come back to us.
That
And I'm not
part.
saying you, I'm talking generally. The people that
Mhm.
have this argument, they never take this same
Well,
energy of accountability.
the thing is though is it's this. I mean, unfortunately, this is their game.
Dude, fair
You know
enough.
what somebody
Got it.
said to
It's
me?
their
Understood.
game.
It's
You know
Like
what?
understood.
for instance, if you move to Mexico right now, I would tell you that you need to learn how to play their game. You know what I'm saying? Like this is their game. They are the we are us Hispanics, whatever. We're the minorities here.
Well,
You
okay,
know,
but listen
you
to
know
what you
It's
what
just said.
never
You
somebody
gonna
said
said
be
to
if
me.
our
you
game. It's never
You
gonna
know
be
what
our
somebody
game.
said to me though that made a
It's
lot of sense with this whole CK
I'll
situation.
be right back, guys.
Okay, we're probably gonna get off. So, that made a lot of sense to me with the whole CK situation, because I don't want to say that man's name, but I was a little frustrated when people were comparing him to the late great Martin Luther King Jr. And he was like, "Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. is great in black people eyes, but to a YT, he might be the most racist thing ever." And I'm like, "Well, how could you say Martin Luther King was ever racist? Because nothing ever racist came out of his mouth." He said, "Maybe not to you, but maybe to them. He was trying to preach like." Everybody coming together, kumbaya, and being one. They didn't
but
want
that's
that.
the thing. A lot of black
So to
people
them,
don't
that was
like.
hate speech.
But a lot of black people don't like Martin because they feel like Martin wasn't militant enough. It's the same. Like you're never gonna just agree with everybody. Look, I implore people to go watch the Malcolm X debates when he would go to Harvard University, Yale.
Hmm.
Martin Luther King, I mean not Martin, I'm sorry. Malcolm went to these universities and debated and was destroying these professors. And you know why? Because he didn't go up there with emotion. He was well read, well researched. He knew names, dates, places, American history, economics. He knew this stuff. He debated them intellectually and got their respect. You can look it up on YouTube. He didn't go, and that's why I say like like if Charlie Kirk was a Christian, right? I'm sure a lot of Christians probably agree with him on certain stuff. They may not like him, but just because you don't like a person, don't mean y'all like Rashad was saying that you don't have common ground. You got common ground with damn near everybody, at least in some aspects. It don't mean you support them or they movement. It don't mean that. But what I'm saying is, I want, just like what Malcolm X did, I want us to be able to go into these arenas non-emotional and intellectually outdo these people and snatch that respect. Because we'll do it to sell anything else. Motherfuckers will go up in a spot to sell their mixtape where don't nobody want them to be at. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it. So my thing, because they do it. Remember during the election, remember during the election, Trump went to the National Black Journalists thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they don't, he'll go into a room where he know
I
everybody
was trying
hate
to
him.
add
He
you back
don't,
on, Rashad. Hold on. Go ahead.
yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, he'll go into a room where he know everybody hate him and don't nobody want him there. I want us to do the same shit. That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
okay, Rashad. I just tried to re-invite you back on. I don't know why it's not letting you come back on. Weird. I mean, I get. See, it's saying you're unable to join, Rashad. What the heck? I'm gonna need you to make your mind up. We're about to get off here anyway because this is a long conversation, but it's a much needed conversation because these
Yeah,
conversations.
we need these conversations. We got to
Yeah.
get out of these echo chambers and just being around people that is mad too and complain too and don't want to go there too. And we never gonna get nowhere like that. We not. What I'm saying is learn what the game is and go play that shit. It's never you that you want to change, you want to break generational curses, you want to change the course of your family, go play the game.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
play the game. Don't just be mad and only hang with your people and don't even go there. And you never gonna get nowhere like that. We never gonna get nowhere like that. Go out there and compete. Play the game. Oh, this the game. Oh, this how they want. Oh, this how they. You know how many dudes will not cut their hair to get a better job? Cut your hair and go get that job, bro. Fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, go play the game. Go play and then go play the game, stack your bread up, start you a company, and change the next 5 generations of your family.
what you're saying though sounds good. It really does. The game, unfortunately, was
This
not
they game. We in their country.
set up for Black
We
people.
are. We in their country. And if you go to Mexico, you in the Mexicans' country. If you go to China, you in the Chinese country. So learn what they game is and play it and win.
But why do we have to play their game? Why can't we
Because
just
this is their country.
do our own thing
This
and do?
is their country. They colonized it. They took it. Go anywhere you go. Go to Africa. Go to Asia. Whoever colonized that land, it's their land now. It's their country. So it's unfair, yeah, but it's
But
their
I almost
country.
feel like you're almost saying like conform to what these people want you to do, and you'll have a better life. And I don't feel like that's necessarily
I'm
true.
I'm I'm not saying conform. What I'm saying is this: we conform in other ways, right? A lot of dudes that grow up in a bad neighborhood, they join a gang,
Mm.
right? They conform to what that the neighbor this the hood this that it out. Okay, I'm enjoying. Like what I'm saying is play the game. You gotta conform in every game. If I go to the NBA right now, guess what? I gotta wear a Hawks jersey. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the only dude on the court hooping in a t-shirt. I gotta wear a jersey. Like you gotta compete. You gotta compete, man. Like we're never gonna
But
create
I
a
think that's
world.
the part that I'm trying to say to you. They don't make it easy for us to compete.
They don't. They don't. I agree.
So, have you
I
ever
agree.
seen the Chris Rock special where he was doing a stand-up comedy and he was talking about a YT waiter? He was like, "I'm rich as, and I guarantee you, there's not a YT waiter in this building that would trade places with me." And he said, "You want to know why?" He said, "Because that privilege runs so thick in their blood, and they know that they rather stay broke than become a millionaire."
Let, let,
He's like, "I'm rich as,
Nah,
but
let
they'd
me
rather
tell
be
you
a
though,
waitress."
that's funny to make a comedic point, but that's not true. I know broke hood ghetto ass white people. I know them. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they will trade. Like it ain't just because they white doesn't mean they got some hidden superpower. No, they're broken
No, they
on
have
welfare and
privilege.
food. They're on food stamps and shit
Let's
too.
not act like they don't have privilege.
No, no,
Let's
no,
not
no, no,
do
no.
that.
What I'm saying is there's environments. where you can have that privilege. But there are environments where you being white don't fucking matter. You broke and you on food stamps and you living in a trailer and there's no way out. And it ain't like you can just go outside and say, "Hey, I'm white," and then a job just hits you in
But
the
guess
face.
what? I bet
Like
you they're
it's
more
not.
respected. I get you. I guarantee you this. They still more respected than black people.
No,
The
but
rich
look,
black
but
people.
those white people, the same way, they don't want to conform either. They don't want to stop talking the way they talk or dressing the way they dress to get these jobs. The same way, they don't want to conform. They don't want to cut off their long rock and roll hair from when they was in the band 5 years ago because they don't. It's the same shit. Like that's why I implore people to travel and get out of your own bubble and
Yeah,
see what
travel is
else is
everything.
out there. We ain't the only ones. Slavery, um, racism. It's not exclusive to black people. Slavery was the human way of life. That's how humans figured out how to build civilizations. In every country, there was militias, there was genocide, there was slavery, there was all of this shit. This is human history. What I'm saying is learn what the game is and go play that shit. The world is never gonna bend to you. It's not. Go play the
We
game. Go
know
play
that.
the game.
As
That's
black
all I'm
people, you know
saying.
that the world's not gonna bend. But
It's not.
you sitting here saying, "Okay, get out there, let's compete," when it's not an even playing field. It's not. It's never been, and it probably will never be until black folks, like Rashad said, start standing up and demanding their respect. We don't
When
demand respect.
when the Pistons beat the Lakers in the finals, it wasn't an even playing field. The Lakers had like 8 Hall of Famers on their team. Pistons still they competed, they got out there. It's never gonna be fair. It's not. It's never gonna be fair. My son got a soccer game Saturday. The kids they playing, you gotta check these kids' birth certificates. These kids are huge. You
They
know what I'm
look
saying?
big.
I'm like, yo, we can beat them. Let's go out there. And guess what? If we lose to them, we play them again at the end of the season. But we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna let the fact that they taller than us stop us from competing. We gotta get out there, man. That's why I say, what side of the fence? I'm on the black side of the fence because I'm trying to change our generations going forward. I'm not. I don't want my son to be complaining about the same shit my granddad was and living in the same neighborhoods and having the same scars and pain. No, I want my son to be happy, married with kids, a nice house,
But you
money in
also need to tell
retirement.
your son what the real is as a black man. I'm not a black. Okay. Let me see, Rashad. I'm not a. I'm a black woman. I can only tell you about my struggles, cause baby, I've. Okay, especially when it comes to this work thing. It has never been easy. It has always been a hill, a mountain to climb. So I hear you. You can be the best, and I feel in my whole heart of hearts. I've been doing radio for 18 years, okay? You can be the best at what you do. And I feel, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't. People are going to choose who they want to choose.
Well, but once again, that's like at every point in human history, we've had haves and have-nots. There was never a time in human history where everybody ate. It's never gonna be like that. It's never gonna be like that. So the best thing you can do is accept that and go get yours. But never in human history was there a time where everybody ate. There's always been haves and have-nots, and there always will be haves and have-nots. That's the way this thing works.
Yeah.
You
I
know what
get
I'm
it.
saying?
Boyfriend said, Trey said, y'all think by standing up that's gonna immediately change something? They will wipe us out. He said it takes a lot of time, just like slavery. We just have to be consistent. That's our problem. And Rashad said, not in the car. I don't know what happened, Rashad. I kept inviting you in. It won't let you back in for whatever reason. It's being a hater. It don't want you to speak your piece. But I understand.
You see what
Get
I'm
out.
saying?
I mean,
That's
I
all I'm
get out.
saying.
I get it, but again, they don't make it an even playing field. They haven't
Yeah.
created an even playing field, especially for you black men. Let me say this. Because from day one, they didn't want y'all, they separated the black man from the black woman from slavery.
I
That was their
agree.
whole point. And then it trickled on into welfare. And oh, you can't have a man in the house, but it was perfectly fine for the YT women to have men in their houses or whatever. So it's never been an even playing field when it comes to black people.
It's
We
not. Let me tell
always
you.
had to get it out the mud.
before where I'm at now, I was a web developer at Genuine Parts Company, right? This is the company that's like Napa Auto Parts, right? This is I was the only black dude in digital. I'm 6'4", right? So I'm a
You stand
tall.
out.
Yeah, I stand out.
Yeah.
My program director never even made eye contact with me the whole time I worked there. And I had hella one-on-ones with him. He was a racist white dude. You know what I'm saying? Never made eye contact with me. Right? I was pissed off. I was mad. I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. I look around, right? 70% of the employees in the building are Indian. We work in tech.
Oh,
So
and let's not keep let's
Indians.
keep it let's keep it all the way a stack. They racist too.
But
Some of
check it out. But check it out. They was getting done just as dirty, if not worse, than me,
really.
because they was the backbone of the company. They was the ones doing all of the hard work, writing all of the code. They was the ones that had the knowledge that nobody else in the building had. No promotions, no permanent employment, no food for them in the cafeteria. No, how the hell you got a cafeteria? 70-80% of this building is Indian, and you don't got nothing, no Indian cuisine at all, right? No, they was getting demoted to lower positions. Like they was getting did dirty. And that's why I say I look around and I'm like, yo, what we do, we left that shit. We went to different companies. We went and got more certifications. We studied more. We added more to our tool belt, more to our resume. Now I'm somewhere making 3 times the bread and I'm in leadership. I didn't just stay at Genuine Parts. That's why I say I competed. That wasn't an even playing field. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over here. But growing up, I went to 6 middle schools and 7 high schools. I moved around a lot. Me and my mom moved around. That's why I say I can tell you more than just my own struggle. I've lived in Asian neighborhoods in LA and East of LA, Mexican neighborhoods, and I've seen broke people of all colors. I've seen people on food stamps standing in line trying to get the turkey meat and all that shit. I've seen it from all angles. And what I'm saying is it's always gonna be haves and have nots. It always is. Go get it. Go compete. Go fight. Go learn something. Put your phone down. Turn that music off. Go study. Go get a certification. Go add more to yourself. So when you go into these interviews, you got all the decorations on your jacket, and they gotta hire you. They go hire
Man,
you.
they don't gotta hire you.
No,
They
well, and if that place
hire
don't
you.
hire you, go to the next place, and then go to the next place, and then go to the next place. But you
Oh, and
will get it.
I want to go back to something you said because DEI was never created for the black woman or black man. It was created for the YT woman. Okay, that's who DEI was
Yeah,
created
I
for.
mean, well, so was feminism. Feminism was for white women, but everybody jumped on it. Like that's the thing. We don't have a deep enough level into economics and into the way things work to where oftentimes we vote against our own interests. Like we support things that are actually against our own interests. We do that shit all the time.
Like as far as what? I don't know who.
Uh, like okay, I'll give you an example, right?
Which pertain.
Uh. Feminism feminism was a white woman's movement. It was a white woman's movement after the war. It was a white woman's movement, right? Black women, Hispanic women, everybody jumped on that train, but we needed the family core more than than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And us jumping into that broke our families and put us in more impoverished situations. We supported something that was against our own interests because we didn't know enough about it. It was a fad. It was popular. It seemed like the right thing. And then you jump on
But
it.
let's keep it 100% right now. Let's keep it a bean. If women didn't get the rights, where would y'all be at right now? I'm just speaking on
You
some of
said
y'all.
what?
If women did not get the rights that we got, where would you men be right now? For some of y'all that want women to go
I mean, well,
50
honestly,
feminism. I'm just saying.
no. I mean, honestly, a lot more of these dudes would probably be employed because
Ah,
they would
like that.
because there would be less women. And I'm not saying women shouldn't be in the workforce. I don't support that. But what I'm saying is feminism put women into the workforce. It put them in position to work what was be considered masculine jobs a lot of times. So now not only are the men competing with other men for jobs, but now they're competing with a whole new base. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is, you end up with more unemployed black men because they're not only competing against other black men and white men for jobs, now they're competing against black women and white
And,
women.
and
No,
white
no,
women too.
yeah, and white women. Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying women in general. That's what I'm saying. So, and I'm not saying that women don't belong in the workforce or anything like that. But what I'm just saying that a lot of times we support shit that goes against our own interests without the knowledge.
But I'm just, like I said, if women didn't get those rights, then y'all would be working way more jobs, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, so you can
Shit,
maintain.
we working that now. With this
No,
economy,
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
really have
no,
one
no,
job.
no,
Like we
no, no,
can't.
no. Some of y'all are not. Stop it. Stop
I
it.
don't look. Let me tell you, most the people I know that's eating, they got 2, 3 jobs or 2, 3 streams of income. They don't just
You
have
have
one.
to. In this economy, if you got one
You
income,
have to.
work.
Yeah, you
God is
have
blessed.
to.
Baby, one income ain't gonna get it done. Rashad said you must compete, but damn it, if I'm not holding your white ass accountable as well,
Yeah,
ha!
no,
Find
that's what I'm
a
saying. Hold them accountable. I'm holding everybody accountable. That's what I'm eliminating segregating groups. And I'm saying everybody is got to compete.
You
That
want
that
to
white boy. Let me
diversify.
tell you, that
They
white
don't
boy,
want to diversify. Plain
that
plain.
that tatted up gothic white boy that don't want to change his look so he can get a real job, and his dad been trying to tell him to switch up forever. I'm holding him accountable too. Everybody, you got to get out there and compete, man. We. A lot of people feel like the world should come to them or bend to
Well,
them or talk
well,
or you're this way, okay, I'm gonna handle you with these kid gloves, or you're that way, okay, I'm gonna talk to you like this. The world, that's not how the shit works. That's not you got to go out there, and I'm not saying completely conform, but yeah, you got to play the game. If you want to get in the game, you got to put a jersey on. You got to run the plays that the coach calling.
Annie. I mean, I get you, but I don't know. I feel like when is it going to be time that we? And I think we've talked about this, where we just do our own thing instead of trying to conform to what they want
That's
us to.
never gonna happen. For one, like I said, we don't stick together well
And
enough
you're
to do
right.
that.
I've
For
given.
two, like I hate to say it, man, but segregation don't work. It don't. It don't. Not in America. If we lived in Japan, where everybody there is Japanese and looks and is of the same creed, yeah, maybe. But
That's
here in a melting pot like America, segregation will never work. It will
nah,
never work.
nah, because the Mexicans, they be having their little, shout out to my brown brothers and sisters. They be having their own little towns and be having the little mom and pop stores, the grocery stores, the bodegas. So it can work. It could
Well,
work.
no, but they not. But no, no, no. They got their own towns and stuff, but they're still paying taxes and they're still going. Like that's the thing. Like you can have areas where there's predominantly these businesses owned by this group, but you're still in this country. You're still in a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? You just are like that. That's the way it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do we have to conform instead of being like my brown brothers and sisters and going out here and getting it ourselves? Stop. Let's stop relying on them and get it for ourselves.
Well, we gotta stop hating each other.
That part.
We gotta stop hating each other because you go to these neighborhoods and yeah, you got Bloods and you got Crips. And then you got this type of blood. You got a Pyru blood, or you got a Grape Street Crip, or you got a da-da-da. It's like we do, even in our own places, we still chop up and segregate and move around and beef and kill and fight and hate and steal and lie and like and that's the way of the flesh. Like we're humans, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say segregation because we are of the flesh, like that shit will never work. It just won't. In the dream world, it could, but it's not. So the best thing to do is to get out there and compete. It's the
I
best
hear
thing you do. Like I said, I recognize that
You
I'm
go
in a I,
compete,
I'm I'm in a
you go
white man's
start it
country.
up, and then they come and destroy it and shut it down because that's what they like to do. Because
Yeah.
the one thing they don't want to do is ever see the black race get ahead of them.
No,
Ever.
they don't. But here's the thing: in another 30 years, the whole country gonna look like Drake.
Nah, it'll be
Yeah.
Spanish. It'll,
Well, I'm saying it's gonna be
I got you.
mixed. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying? And
crazy.
and there's some people that feel like that's probably the only way to get rid of race division is to mix everything. Because if you blend, now I don't necessarily believe in that or subscribe to it, but that's it's a point that I can hear and say, I understand where you get that from. But yeah, a lot of people feel like the only way to get rid of the race division is to just mix the melting pot up and make everybody one thing.
Well, we'll see if that really works.
It's
But
gonna happen. It's the way it is now. I mean, Mexican interracial couples and all that. I mean, you got everybody gonna be
that's
like
what
Drake and J.
I,
Cole.
I gotta say about my brown brothers and sisters. They stick together, boy. Whoo! Or
What's
rich
your
or
what's your
poor.
boy Umar said? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never, or whatever.
They stick together. All right, let's do some final thoughts, y'all, so we can wrap this up. This was a long one, but it was a good one and a much needed conversation. Stop with the race baiting. That's my final thought.
Yeah,
Punks,
that was race baiting.
punks jump up to get. Okay, then. I,
That
I,
was
had,
race baiting.
I had to take it from Martin because that's one of my favorite TV shows. When he was fighting a boxer dude, he was
Oh,
punks,
Hitman, Tommy Hitman
yeah,
Hearns.
punks jump up to get beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I had to use
Oh
that line.
man.
Yeah, that's Martin said
Nah,
one of my favorite
bro,
TV
Martin.
shows.
My favorite episode of Martin is when he was on the Varnell Hills show with
Martin Show.
he's like
The
the
boy,
catfish are delicious.
Chevrolet. You know they're doing a spinoff, right, to that show?
To Varnell Hill or Martin
Yes. It's coming up on BET. Yep.
is with Tommy Davidson.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yo, I'm
But,
in. I'm
yeah.
in. I'm in.
Yeah.
That was my shit right there,
All
man.
right, clean, clean. What's your final thought?
My final thought is on the topic. Yeah, that was race baiting. They came through knowing what it was gonna cause. So yeah, ain't no excuse for that. But as far as everything else we was talking about, look, man, hate to say it, but we live in a white man country. It is the way it is. Centuries before we was born, there was wars that happened and all this other stuff, and they won, and it's they shit. It is. And we are what, 13, 12.5% of the population. And now that there is more separated families and more abortions and more all that stuff, we're probably gonna be less than that. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? In a
no,
minute.
if
So
they don't send them all back, is yeah, they taking
yeah,
over.
yeah.
So,
So know what that is, understand it, recognize it, and you can do two things. You can either leave or you can stay and compete. That you know what I'm saying? But the thing is humans are humans wherever you go. There's places that you can go to Liberia. You think you want to live there? No.
yo, you know what? I just saw
No.
thing on social media. A girl, she went to Africa. Uh, starts with a T.
Tanzania?
Yes.
That's where my girl's from. Yep.
She got kidnapped, okay? They drugged her, kidnapped her. I don't know what they was about to do, but she managed to escape and live to tell the story. But she had bruises all over her face. I saw that yesterday. I thought that was a crazy story. So just be careful. Just be,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Ain't nowhere, there is no like utopia somewhere waiting for our people. Like anywhere you go, it's lit. So you better get out here and compete, man. Like I said, get rid of a lot of the fucked up cultural norms we got. Put that shit aside. Teach yourself something. You know how you can go get a cybersecurity certification right now for like $200.
I might need
You
to,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And be making six figures this time next year. Go
I,
get it.
I need to check into this AI thing. They said you could just make money off AI, baby, just sitting at home.
You can make a bunch of Instagram pages and
Yeah,
have the AI running the
do it.
shit. But it's so many ways, and all you got to do is put your phone down and lock in for like 2 months. That's all you got to do. That's how I got into the game. I ain't go to college. I ain't got no degree. I taught myself how to code. I taught myself all of this shit over the course of 4 months, and then I just deboed my way into this shit. I put a bunch of lies on my resume, and I just started deboing. I did 100 interviews. I failed. I failed. I got embarrassed. I got called out. I kept going, kept going, kept going, and then I finally broke through. But that's what I'm saying. We got, and it's easier now than when I did it. I did it 10 years ago. Now it's so many. Verizon, they're begging for people to do these apprenticeships. They got free. My homeboy just put his daughter in one. Just look into it. They're begging people to occupy a lot of these jobs that start you out entry level.
Are you teaching people how to code?
Yeah, yes, free.
Really?
Yes, entry level, 90K, 110K, but you gotta lock in. That's it. But a lot of people in the age of the internet and social media, our number one enemy is distraction
Yeah.
and ADHD and all of that shit. People, it's hard for a lot of people to really just lock in. But if you can lock in, man, it's money waiting for you.
I
Go
might
get
hit
it.
you up 1985. So you're at coding, yeah.
Hit
Okay.
me up, man. Hit me up. I'm telling you, they got. Like when Rashad was on here. When I got in, I tried. I had like 8 homeboys. I was like, come to my house, because when I was at my first gig with AT&T, I was working from home like 3 days a week. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, come to my crib and watch me work. Just sit behind me and watch me how I do these emails, how I build these pages, how I do. Come watch me work. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna do your resume for you. I even told dudes I'll do your phone interviews for you. I'll
Oh,
pretend like I'm you and do your interview for you, and then I'll prep you for the interview because I did 150 interviews before I got in, so I know the game. Man, I ain't man. Fuck them white boys, man. I ain't about to be out here. Okay, now you got 3 roommates in a 2 bedroom apartment, and you hating on me when I bought the crib. I'm serious. Like this is, and these is like homie. I'm still friends with these dudes, but this is real talk, man. Dudes that just refuse to compete
I
because of
know
whatever.
coding is
Uh,
definitely black folks. Listen to what he taught. He's speaking.
get out here for sure.
That
That's my final
coding
thought.
coding is the wave. And
Yeah, man, and get ahead
if
of
you can
AI.
get into coding, get them in. Do it now
Yeah,
while they're young.
learn how to use AI. Get ahead of it. It's coming, whether you like it or not. So get ahead of it. Don't
And
get swallowed by it.
AI is gonna take a lot of y'all jobs. So just get
Yup,
ready. So
yup.
including little Diddy Parker.
But
Okay.
they're gonna have an AI radio
I
host.
know
They're
it.
gonna have a,
Including little Diddy Parker.
you know
I'm
what I'm
not looking
saying?
forward to it. That's why we're trying to get this podcast popping. Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Get it popping.
I get this podcast popping. All right, if you have not done so already, please make sure you follow me on YouTube. It is YouTube.com/IamDeeDee Parker. That's IamDeeDee Parker. I don't know if you have to put all caps or how you have to do it to find me, but that's it. I'll probably drop the link in my stories too, so you can follow that way. But like, follow, subscribe, share. Thank you. Cling cling. Pat said I'm gonna have to hit him up. Yeah.
Hit me up. Hit me up on my 1985 page though, because this is my little festive. But hit me up on my 1985 joint, bro. Like I said, man, I didn't, man. I'll do your phone interviews for you. I will teach you how to get.
Yeah,
I will
real.
get you in. All I want is dudes to get in. I want all my homies that, especially my homies that got kids, to be making bread and to be making a way for these kids, and to not be going through drama and getting evicted and staying over here and moving back with your mom and doing all. Just get out of that. Just
I,
let's
I,
get out of that.
I need to come see you. I've been thinking about. I was like, I need something else I can do. Coding, yeah.
Coding, man, get in. You can get there's gigs right now that'll hire you. They'll pay you $45 an hour to just sit there and build landing pages all day.
Oh damn.
Just build landing pages, learn how to use the content management system. It's just like Squarespace or any of these other things where you literally just dragging and dropping and building web pages, and you got to do like 13 a day, and then you just got to reply to emails and communicate with people. That's the hardest thing for people to do, is just be responsible and communicate and be prompt and be that, like, you got an email box with 45 emails, you got to reply to each person, you got to, a lot of people just can't do that, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if you can get over that hump, it's money on the other side. It's
Well,
money
thank you,
on the other side.
1985. That was some good. Thank you, because you talk about pushing the culture forward. That's how you do it.
And that's all I'm talking about. I'm on our side of the fence because I'm trying to get us some bread. I'm trying to get us forward. I'm not trying to be sitting on the corner with the 5%ers complaining all day about white people. Fuck that. Why
Yeah,
go? Let's go get some bread, man. Let's do something. Like that's not gonna get us nowhere. It never got
complain.
us nowhere.
Yeah, it never did. What up? It's a Poke 49. You missed a good combo. It'll be up on YouTube though. All right, clean 1985. I appreciate you, Rashad, as always. All right, tomorrow Friday. Bye.